Hi, my name is Tracy. I have an 18-year-old daughter who is a senior in high school. She's a good kid. We don't really have any issues with her, but we were noticing some depression type behavior, some isolation, some procrastination in doing her schoolwork or maybe applying for scholarships, things like that. We homeschooled her, and I've been primarily her only source of coach, I guess is now a word that I would use right now. Um, and what we would try in the previous past, as far as getting her schoolwork done, is, of course, a lot of yelling or ultimatums or bribery. um, uh, just telling her, if she doesn't do it, then, I can't give her a good grade for it. She'd come back and say, well, I have really all the credits I need, for this year. And anyways, trying to instill in her that she needed to finish high school strong in order to go on to college. So the last couple of years, we have been pressing on her about being able to go to college if she wants to do that, but going without being in debt. And anyways, so anyways, I'm sure that I probably had Facebook on and I was verbalizing with my husband my frustration and what are we going to do. And I had my hands up in the air all the time. And I just didn't know what we were going to do. And it's like, she's a smart kid. She's very capable. She has lots of potential. We've seen her do it. But she's just all of a sudden went limp on us. And what are we going to do? Anyways, uh, so an ad popped up on my Facebook feed, and I said, oh, well, how coincidental is that? Anyways, I didn't click on the link from Facebook, but I did immediately go into my computer and look up RJ Jackson, and I did a little research on him. And then I looked at some reviews about him, and I also wanted to know if if he was a Christian. Not that that really matters, but I did want to make sure that if I was going to choose a life coach, or which sounded like a great idea, that I would want to make sure that we're kind of on the same page as far as that goes. So, what I really did like is that RJ is Christian. He is a believer, probably, but the fact that he doesn't preach that because he doesn't need to, he's a good coach. So, I read the reviews, I listened to the podcasts, I talked to my husband. I said, I have been her homeschool teacher forever. Um, but people get coaches all the time. People get coaches for uh, sports and speech and debate coaches, which is what my daughter did. Why not a life coach? Scott and I originally um, knew in the beginning that maybe her behavior was something that we were doing, but we just didn't know what it was. Um, she couldn't really verbalize it, and we didn't really know. We just didn't know. So we signed on. We talked to Michelle, and she answered our questions, and boom, we got into it. Kelly was very hesitant in the beginning, but what really set her off and made her decide to um, go ahead and participate was the uh, phrase that we use, this is more for us, how to be a better parent, or how we can help. Perfect, Kelly, and we're not saying you're doing everything wrong, but how we can be a better parent. So, yeah. Anyways, what I did find out over time is, her procrastination still hasn't come up yet, but there's been a major transitional change in our relationship, especially between her and I. I didn't realize it and she couldn't verbalize it, but we were addressing her as, what are you going to do with your life? What are you going to do with your life? What are you going to do with your life? And she thought we only saw her as her decision on if she goes to college or goes to trade school or anything like that. We weren't really seeing her for her. So, what I've liked about um, the classes that we attend and the videos that Scott and I attend and the workbook that we're working through is it's a life coach. It's good for both Scott and I for our goals in life, but it has truly changed our relationship with Kelly. Um, I all of a sudden feel okay, you know, if she doesn't go to college, that's fine. She's still a good kid. Um, I've learned to recognize who Kelly is. And we have come to appreciate her, and she recognizes that now. So, anyways, so that's where we're at with that. I just really have loved the fact that I feel now, regardless of what Kelly's future is, that we're going to have that strong relationship no matter where she goes. And I was listening to one of his podcasts this morning and it says, are you hurt their counsel? And he's just got a brilliant way of helping parents see, oh, guess what? Something just dawned on me. That's why it's called a teen's perspective. Oh my gosh. It's called because he's got a great way of showing us what it looks like on their side. So we're able to meet in the middle, and I love that.